What we're going to start off with, let's just go ahead, bring that knee down. We're going to do two things. We're going to open up the hips and that combat stretch. So from that lunge position, all we're going to do is swing that foot around. We're tucking the hips underneath, shift, you're going to pull those toes up. If you have a pillow or anything in front of you, think about trying to put that underneath it and shifting that weight of those toes, but trying to pull those toes off the ground. So then make sure that knee's in alignment. Make sure we're not already here or here. If it's inside that toe, make sure we're going to pull that knee away and just see where we can get that mobility. See where we get that range of motion. Force those arms, press that knee down a little bit. Go ahead and get that 2 more times and we'll switch sides. So as we're here, remember from that position, we're going to swing that foot around, tuck. We're just driving, pushing that knee in, controlling. So get 8 on that opposite side. Good. Remember, keep tucking those hips. Make sure we're staying nice and tall. Going around the shoulders, stay tucked. And then pushing over that foot. Good. See how far we can go. Good. From that, we're going to stay on that same side. We're going to take that foot back leg, drop it through, push the ball of your foot underneath. We're going to tuck those hips. So you should already feel a stretch within that hip flexor. If you're feeling tight, it's going to go all the way down to that knee. Remember, that does tie in. From there, foot slightly outside that hip. We're still tucking and squeezing. We're driving towards that front knee. Make sure we're not, again, reaching. Tuck underneath, squeezing that glute. Is constantly driving. Still driving that back foot through. Take a big deep breath in, shift it back, retuck it. Let's do that 3 or 4 times. Once it starts moving, so a different angle of it. Remember, drop that foot, tuck the hips as far as the hips, and that hip flexor will go. But we're staying nice and tall as you're driving that hip forward. Not down, not up. Try to tuck those hips underneath. Let's get 3 or 4 on each side. So shoulders are back, ribs to hips. Good. Constant tension on that back leg through the ground. Imagine if we're trying to kick something. You want to give that straight through like we're going for a lunge. Good. If you have not switched sides yet, go ahead and do so. If we did, find me that single leg frog stretch. So, put on the normal frog position, left foot through, right foot is going to extend. All right, so bring that foot out, stay tall with the shoulders, hips, stay locked in that rib to hip position, slide back, come through. Every time we come out, breath out. Every time we go back, pushing those hands, take that breath in. Find me that breathing pattern. Give me 6 on each side. So remember, make sure those hips stay tucked underneath. Foot drives through, coming through. Make sure we keep that rib position in. If those ribs start pulling, those hip flexors start taking over, and the hips round underneath. Remember, exhale on up to the ceiling. Good. Once we get those 6 on each side, we can bring into that full position. We get a little bit of rotation of those hips, the shoulders are back, tuck the hips, slide back, rotate that heel, back, rotate. Even if this is coming centimeters, you're just feeling the stretch of that foot not coming off, that's fine. Just try to connect to that hip and those muscles. You can get some space for today. See how far we can go. Good feel it on top of that booty. Let's get 3 more on each side. Remember, ribs to hips, sliding back. Nice, Alex. Nice job. Good. From there, we're going to stay down the ground. Opening that bear step position. From there, we're going to come in, open it up, pull that knee away, open up that hip, reach as far back as you can. Bring it back to that bear step. The hips tucked, switch, pull back. Make sure we're still pulling that hip and knee away. Get 4 on each side. Swing nice and slow. Reaching as far as you can. Have those eyes following that hand. And make sure we're still breathing as we're reaching. I want to see how far that hip and knee can go. Good. Really opening up that spine. Really open up that hip. If you don't feel that outside of that booty, pull that knee away more. Open up some space. That's going to help you stabilize when we get to those curtsies, because you already know they're there today. Good. One last one on that position, and we're going to do one hip opener. So, from here, go ahead and swing the needle. So, swing your shoulders back, tuck the hips, take the hand up, reach through, hold up those hips. See if you can sink those hips away from the ears. Give me 5 on each side. Remember, shoulders are back, arm comes up, get that rotation. Reach as those hips sink, back, sink away. You can play around with that hand angle. You can either go palm up or palm down. Just going to open up that cross pattern. Good. Still working on that breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Focus on those big, deep breaths through the stomach. Breathe through that diaphragm. Nice. Once we're done, go ahead, sit on up. I'm going to go over that first block. All right, so remember, I said it's going to be a little bit of a mobility block. It's going to open up that lower back, those hips, those shoulders, bring that whole range of motion. So we're going to start off with just the glutes. Let's see when those hip flexors are there. So, palms facing the ground, forehead stays locked. What we do, we're going to alternate lift, control, lift, control. We're going down to the heel. That works as well. Make sure that back is not lifting and rotating. I want you to just make sure those hips stay flat. Or we can also go a little bit longer lever. Make sure those hips don't round out. Keep those hips tucked. Focus on the hip flexors and the glutes. From there, coming through, up, control those supermans. All right, so we're going to go 30 seconds on hold. From there, we're going to go into a dive bomber push-up. It's going to end up in that pike. So we're going to shift back, retreat through, feet, back, get through, underneath. We're going to do from the knees, shoulders are back, shift the weight, dive through, and the through, hips drop down, up underneath. Got to shift that weight. Back underneath. Like last week, you do that bear step position or that push-up position. You go 1, 2, together. All right, we're going to step that out. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so remember, it's just the legs. Then we go Supermans. Then it's the bomber push-ups, working on that core control. And then we're going to go for that 1-1 together. All right, so 30 seconds apiece. We're going to do 3 rounds of this. So it's just a 2-minute block. Here we go. So remember, first one, heads locked down the forearms or the palms. You're focusing just on alternating the legs with control. Keep the tension through the legs. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Make sure those hips stay flush. Make sure those hips don't rotate. We're trying to figure out where those hip flexors are going to allow you to go today. Good, 15 to go. Pay attention to those foot angles. Make sure those toes are going straight down. 3, 2, 1. We're going for those Supermans. So thumbs are up, elbows extended. Bring those elbows to your ear or further back. But that same tempo and control, same tension. Focus on that way down. We've all been sitting at those desks, couches, rounded over those computers and those phones. We have 10 seconds. And then remember, we're going to those dive bomb push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Bring it to that either bear position or that plank. Remember, you're gonna shoot all the way underneath like you're trying to go under a wave, and then shoot those hips into a pike. So all the way down, you're thinking about trying to take your chest down to the ground. 15, maybe like a cobra stretch. Good. Lots of shoulder control. Make sure we're pulling those shoulders away from those ears. You have 5 seconds. Good. 3, 2, 1. It's that step, step, pop, jack. So just like we did with that opening round of that windmill coming in. Ready for that step, step. Remember here. 1, 2, together. 10 seconds. Good. Get that lunge, lunge, pop jack. 3, 2, 1. Good. You have 15 seconds between the blocks. So a little bit quicker round, just warming you guys up before we get to the main course. We have 5 seconds. So let's find those palms again. Remember, shoulders are back. Keep that tension, ribs and hips. Stay locked to the ground. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Control, driving that other leg through. Keep that tension. Good. Halfway through, we have 15 to go. Make sure those toes are pointed down. Don't let those hips rotate. 10 seconds. Good. Remember, explore the hip. Change that foot angle. See where you're tighter. 3, 2, 1. Superman or super women. Good. Keep those heels up. Toes going towards the ground or those shins. Good. Pull those toes into those knees. You have 10 seconds. Control it. Try to give it a 3 or 4 count on that way back down. 3, 2, 1. You have those bomber push-ups. Good. See how far back those hips are going to let you go today. See how tight those hamstrings are. Push yourself as far back as you can. You have 15. See if you can almost go flat-footed on those. Nice. Shoot your head through that window. 3, 2, 1. We're going for that step out lunge, step out lunge. And we got that pop jack. Nice. Try to keep that weight on those heels. Flat foot. 15 seconds. Nice. Three, 2, 1. Last recovery, last round of those. So on those, as we got that quick little breather, any of those first 2 moves, either here or here. Make sure that those toes are going planted toes. We're not swimming in the pool. We want to make sure we're driving those heels up. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, take those wider. Remember, you can change the angle to challenge those hip flexors, or you can put them together if our hips allow. All right, you got options. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Focus on that squeeze if your lower back bugs you. We want to make sure that we're able to strengthen that range of motion and control. Also, if those hip flexors are tight, we'll find out real quick. 15. Three, two, one, Superman. $15. Good. If you want to challenge, see if you can hold it for the next 10 seconds. Try to pull those arms a little bit higher towards the ears. See if you can pull those heels up, point those toes towards the ground. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Find me that fight position. Shift those hips back. Bring yourself through. Tuck those hips. Shift it through. Lots of shoulder and spine mobility right here. Lots of control. We have 10 seconds. Nice, Casey. 3, 2, 1. Step, step. And we got that pop jack. Nice. Try to find me that active squat position. We have 15. About time, Bree. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, everybody. One quick little mini block down. All right, so how we feeling after that? Because everyone's already looking like we're sweating and we're dying today. Did we all drink yesterday? Let's be real, let's be honest. It's quarantine, there's no judgment. All right, this is what we're doing. The reason we did that is because we're gonna have a good amount of planks today as far as that nice tabletop position or that bear step position. We start off with a tabletop, that bear step position, or from the knees, we're gonna go alternating bird dog, all right? Still working on the core. The reason we're doing that is because I know the minute we kick that leg out, we're gonna pop that hip out with it. I want you to make sure that you tuck the hips, those don't leave, and we're still going using what the hip flexor is gonna allow, not the hips. So we'll make sure we tuck those in. It should be locked in, but that hand should be locked. Rib to hip should be able to touch. If it's here, I already know those hips are moving with it, so make sure we lock that in. From there, we want that same position into a knee tuck or elbow touch. Think of it like a crunch. All right, and we're gonna go kick back. So we're gonna go up, down for 2 pulses, back up. We're gonna go left side, right side. As we all know, Tal loves his left side, right side. Then we go break dancers. So for the first 2 minutes, you're in the same position. All right, we then bring it to the side. We go hip dip to then a clam. So keep those 2 moves separate. We go single leg bridges, walkouts, and you're gonna end the block with a reverse lunge with some power into it, all right? So it's gonna look like this as we go. But you can also bring it to the knee, just make sure you lock this in, that's what's really important. Shoulders stay back, keep the tension, do the opposites. Come through, back, come through. Right, we want that bear step position. Take those knees a little bit wider if you need to. Shoulders stay back, hips stay tucked, up. Reset, retuck, up. Make sure that we're not just flopping all over. So take your time, reset it. From there, here, we reach out, we bring it in. All right? So out, in, same thing. Reset, retuck, out, together. Same thing. Make sure we squeeze, pull that belly button to the ceiling so that should round. Make sure we reset before we switch. All right, so full flexion, then we bring it back into that position. So first 2, very similar. From there, we're up. You go left side first. We're gonna go up, down, 2 pulses, back up. All right, again, push the hips, don't flail out. Lock them in if you can. Keep that hand there to make sure those ribs don't flare out. All right, lock that in. Lock the shoulders. That one is on the knees. Break dancers, bear step position. Put that kickstand down if we need it. If you want to challenge, don't let that foot touch and try to push your chest out. Lots of shoulder stability right there. From there, you're going to stack it. We're going to slightly rotate, pull the back out, lock that rib cage. We go dip, we go clams. We go dip, clams. So keep the two moves separate as we go through it. All right, again, left side, right side. We then single leg bridge. Toes are up, lower back, stay neutral. 30 seconds on each leg. We then bring it up, hips stay locked, hips stay pulling that belly button in, walk those out, bottom of those hammies, toes, don't go down. We're always in that dorsiflexion position. Stay nice and high. And then that last one, left side, right side. We come through, drive, back, drive. You want to come up, on that extension, make sure we're not overextending. We're always going to go here. So I want to make sure when you do that, we're going to step, knee to soft bend, extend the booty, not the knee. All right? So for here, don't lock that knee out. Come in, stop knee bend, up, and back, and go power. Get those arms with it. So a nice long block. We're going to have a little bit more recovery time on this one. All right, so first one, bird dog position, either hands and knees or in your bear step position. You're going to alternate the legs and the arms. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Make sure those shoulders are pulled back, chest is out. Don't let those hips move. Squeeze those opposites. We have 15. Ten seconds. Nice, like that control. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. So remember, now you're reaching out, bringing that knee and that form together. Alternating those hands, alternating those legs. Good. Lots of stability right here. Remember that back's allowed to round as you go for that crunch. Get that full flexion. 3, 2, 1. Staying in that position. You go up, down, 2 pulses, back up. It's those kickbacks. Up, down, yep, there we go. So again, focusing on keeping that core and spine in neutral. You're on this left side for 30 seconds. Or whatever side you started with. 3, 2, 1, switch legs. Keep that chest out, shoulders back. Keep those eyes looking right at those hands. Don't look at those toes, your neck's gonna hurt. We have 15. Good, remember neck's in neutral, shoulders in neutral, core is in neutral. You have 5 seconds left. You have your last 30 seconds in this position. We're going break dancers. 3, 2, 1. Alternating legs. So remember, you're in that bear step position. So keep those knees bent, back is flat. Nice, Alex. 15. Challenge yourself to see how far you can shoot that leg. Give me some karate kicks right here. Nice, Tal. Left side hip dips. 3, 2, 1. Remember, knees are at 90. You go hip dip. When you come back down, you then go clam. So hip dip, drop the hip, clamshell. Hip dip, clams. Keep them separate. Keep those shoulders slightly rounded and pull that belly button in. Knees are bent until you pull that knee away. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Legs stay at that 90. Try to take those legs out of it, focusing a lot more on that core. Nice, make sure we're breathing. Since some of us starting to just squeeze their face, that means they're not breathing. We have 10 seconds. Left side for that single leg bridge. 3, 2, 1. Remember, pull that toe up. I want to see that dorsiflexion on it. Try to take those toes off. If you're only feeling quad, move that foot away from those hips. That hamstring should be lightened up by now. We have 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Yeah, there we go. Try to keep that leg that's extended, not moving. Use just those hips to drive your way up. Let's challenge those glutes. 10 seconds. Nice. Bring both feet down. You got that walkout. 3, 2, 1. Lock that core position in. Pack it in and breathe. Heels stay down, toes stay up. Pull those toes as hard as you can into your knees and those shins. Nice, Alex. We have 10. Nice, PJ. Nice job, T. 3, 2, 1. You just stand up. You have that reverse lunge to power. One last minute. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Left side only. So remember, focusing more on that booty. You want to slightly round at the hip. Come through. Remember, don't get that extension of that knee. Don't lock it out. Some flexion. You want full extension of the hips. 15. Drop through that flat foot or that heel. 5 seconds. Give me 2 more. 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Hell yeah, there we go. We have 15. Give me that full extension of that booty. Get that full tuck and squeeze to the glutes. 5 seconds to go. Thinking full depth, think full extension. 3, 2, 1, and breathe. Sal, you like that one? A lot of just range of motion and control focus on those hip flexors and glutes today. So if you didn't really feel either, maybe those hips are moving as we're doing those moves. So it's a lot of control. If you feel bridges and don't feel the glutes, it could be overextending. So we just want to make sure that we're staying in neutral. We're gonna go for another 20 seconds. You guys are gonna get a minute on this block between each one. Let those legs recover. So shake them out a little bit. You have 15 seconds until we're back into that bird dog. You've got those mini bands. Find yourself those lightest ones. Let's challenge it. It's Thirsty Thursday. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bird dogs. So if you did not feel the glutes last round, think about trying to tuck your tailbone more. Try to pull it into your belly button. And that should definitely lock out just into your glutes. It's all about playing around with that range. You have 10 seconds. Doing something different than we're used to. That's how you change that body. That's how you change that range. Left side, bird dog crunch. We're going to switch it up. 3, 2, 1. Focus on that left side only. 15. Right side with that bird dog crunch. 3, 2, 1. Good. See how far you can round that spine. Imagine you have a string. Remember, you're like Pinocchio. I'm pulling your belly button to the ceiling. Good. 15. Come on, breathe. That's work, everybody. Good control. Kickbacks. 3, 2, 1. Left side. All the way full extension. 2 partials back up. Remember, there's a door right above you. Bust it out with that heel. 15. Suck those tailbones still. As that heel drives up, think about the opposite. 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. So as the heel goes up, you think about squeezing your booty down underneath it. Try bringing it into your armpit. That's where you're going to get that challenge. There we go. 15. Nice work, everybody. Break dancers. 3, 2, 1. So still in that same bear step position. Try to shoot that through. Remember, you're trying to bring that chest out to the other side with that full extension of that elbow. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Find me that left side. Remember, knees at a 90. Hip dip. When you come back down, then you get that clamshell. Good. Really focus on pulling those knees away like you would a butterfly bridge. 15 seconds. Coming from those glutes, squeeze those glutes underneath you. Remember, always try to pull that hip towards your chest. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Make sure we're breathing through the stomach and through the nose. And get as much air into that full body as you can. 15. Find your tempo. Find your pattern you need for this round, because you know we're going to step it up next time. Single leg bridge on the left side. 3, 2, 1. Remember, that top leg stays at a 90 or extended. Think about taking it straight up to the ceiling. If you feel like you're getting locked out, move that foot slightly away from the body so you get more range. 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Hell yeah, I like that control. $15. Remember, after this, you have that walkout. So one last 30 seconds on this bridge position. Let's put both feet down, set those ribs to hips. 3, 2, 1. Toes up, heels down, ribs locked in. Keep that same brace. If you want to challenge, you can put your hands right above that pelvis. See if it's staying in that same position or moving. You have 10 seconds. Test your limits right here. Test your control. We're standing up. We have those reverse lunges with power. 3, 2, 1. So focus on those soft knees. Nice. Remember, we're trying to get those hamstrings in that booty. Make sure we're at that 45-degree angle from your head down to your foot. As we're coming back, leave like a split squat. 15 seconds. Find me that balance. Keep that core locked in. If you're off balance, pull that front knee away from that belly button. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. It's your last 30 seconds on the block. Come on, Tao. I know you got it. Nice, John. PJ, how low can you go? Don't you be cheating me that range. There it is. 15. Breathe, everybody. You have 10 seconds. Start finding that new gear. 3, 2, 1. Breathe. What have you guys been doing since last Thursday? You guys have another 30 seconds. One more round. And then that next block is a whole lot smaller. All right, we have 10 seconds of those thumbs texting. Here we go, everybody. Find me that bird dog. 3, 2, 1. Think the most rigid you can with that core. Pull those shoulder blades back and down. Try to maintain that position. You're thinking the best posture on this round right here. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Remember, left side only for that bird dog crunch. Sounds like a really good cereal. There we go. 15. Nice job, everybody. I like that control. 5 seconds. See you, Bree, making up for that time, huh? 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. It's going to be worth it after you put yourself through this round right here. Each rep, we're getting better. We have 15. Think about all the people that aren't on this call and they're sitting there watching Netflix drinking a margarita. 3, 2, 1. You have that kickback left side. I want you to try to squeeze those glutes forward without letting those hips move. Make sure those hips aren't flaring up and down. I don't want to start to see twerking. 15 seconds. There you go, PJ, just like that. Nice, Alex. All about that control, challenging that range. Good. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Lock those hips towards those armpits. Good. Dina, try to lock those hips. 15. There we go, Tao. Peach farming, everybody. Nice work. 3, 2, 1. Break dancers. Peaches are looking right for the pick-in. 15. Alex looking like she's done this before. Nice job. Nice, PJ. You go, Bree. Come on, Casey. I know you're out there working. 3, 2, 1. Hip dips, left side. On this round, I want you to think about power up, think explosive, think controlled back down. Think about switching the tempo, switch up how your body's gonna maintain it. 15, hips to clams. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Summer 2021 is gonna look real good. 15. 10 seconds, you have those single leg bridges. Mentally prepare yourself. Remember, you're gonna have yourself 90 seconds. 3, 2, 1, single leg. Wherever that foot's been placed the last 2 rounds, move that foot to a different spot. Try to get out of that muscle memory spot. Let's find something new. 15. 3, 2, 1, switch legs. Fifteen. We got those walkouts. 3, 2, 1. It's your last 30 on those bridges. Hold that position. Breathe. Make sure those heels don't go below those hips. Don't stress those hip flexors out. We have 10. 3, 2, 1. Reverse lunge with that power. Nice. Keep that nice tall position, shoulders back. Coming from those hips. We have 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, last 30, come on. $15 seconds, everybody. Three, 2, 1. Take a breather. Nice job, everybody. Nicely done. Nicely done for that round because we're not done yet. That was a good block, though. All right, so this is what we're going to do. It's a lot shorter of a block. Again, changing up the tempos. A little bit more of the power at the end of it mixed with some other tempo. So, you are constantly been joining us. You know some of these moves already. What we're gonna do, lower back stays flat to the ground. We're working on that shoulder movement because we all can use a little more. Feet stay flat, lower back stays flat. We're coming up, punch, down, punch, you're reaching. Try to keep your shoulders slightly rounded so we're always in that crunch position. Just switching as we go. Shoulder blades are coming along with it. Working on that range from the shoulder. It's that rotation. That's still okay. We just want to move side to side. From there, double crunch. Remember again, lower back is flat. Being that hollow position. Coming crunch. We reach over those knees. Those heels locked in. If you want to alternate, that works as well as make sure the shoulders stay off the ground. From there, personal favorite, soft knee bend the whole time. All right, we're gonna go for that RDL. have that nice tall position. Make sure again the hips stay locked and back to the hamstring from that position. Once we come back up, curtsy, find that balance. Out, back. If you want to challenge, lock that leg in, that doesn't move, and keep that other leg off. We're out, back. So working on that stability of the hip and the glute. Your last one is going to have feet stay set up, hips stay tucked. We're going pulse, pulse, drive. All right? So it's going to be left side, then the right side. If you want to go pulse, pulse, then up, still works. All right? This is your last block. We're only going to do it twice. So starting off, 30 seconds of the punch, seesaw, crunch. Are those shoulders slightly rounded? Just the shoulders reaching. Leave it like a teeter-totter. We're all 5 years old on the playground. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Keep it consistent. Remember, lower back's on the ground. Arms stay fully extended. Imagine you have 2 casts on your elbows. Don't bend those arms for momentum. Coming all from the core. 15 seconds. See you, Alex. See you. If you have mini bands, feel free to put those on the elbows. Those will be fun. 3, 2, 1. You have that double crunch. Good. Lower back stays flat. Knees come in, hands just go right over those knees. (15). PJ lay flat a little bit more. Pull those knees in almost to your chest. There it is. All right, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Bring it on up. Find me that soft knee bend, hips locked in, the glutes do work. Come out, find me that balance point, curtsy, back up. 30 seconds on each side. Good, lock those ribs in. 5 seconds. Remember, imagine I'm trying to come in here and punch you in the stomach. Keep it locked. 3, 2, 1, switch legs. Keep that soft knee bend. Focus on where that foot has its power and strength. Let's go into the toes. It's going to be all quad. Keep it flat or on the heel. 15. Focus on where that weight shifted. Use those feet like they're intended to. Grip the ground. 5 seconds. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Set yourself up. Remember, we stay locked here. We go pulse, pulse, drive up, back down. If we're going for that pulse, pulse all the way up, that's fine too. Make sure we stay on one leg. You have 15 seconds left on the same side. Let those hips do the work. Let those hips sink backwards. So we're coming out, pulse, pulse from the glute, and then drive off that foot. 3, 2, 1. Remember, we're coming back. Feel those hamstrings right at the top of that booty, or the bottom of that booty, top of that hamstring. 15. If you want a little bit more range, rotate that foot around. You'll get a little bit deeper into that position. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. You have 30 seconds, and then we do it one more time. Good job, everybody. Last 3 minutes, last 180 seconds. This is the round 2 challenge. So if you can pace yourself properly, that means we're taking it to gear number 7. 15 seconds. So remember, on that one, we're thinking where those shoulder blades will allow us to go. That double crunch, back stays locked, have them coming in, and focusing strictly on the booty. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You have that seesaw. So both arms stacked over the shoulders. And I know you all want to right now. Imagine you're trying to punch me in the face with those knuckles. Grip them. Try to take those knuckles right to my face. 15. Pop me in the chin. Come on. 10 seconds. Maybe think of your significant other because they've been pissing you off this week. 3, 2, 1. Double crunch. There we go. Knees to the sternum. Hands right over. Nice work. 15. Five seconds. Be ready to get up. 3, 2, 1. It's your last 2 minutes right here. Make it count. Find me that consistent tempo. Lock that knee. Grip the ground. Lock the hips. Out. Bring it back. See how far that foot can shoot. Remember, we want to shift that hip before we reach with that foot. 10 seconds on this leg. Nice, Bree. Good, Dana. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Nice, John. Nice, T. Here we go, Casey. 15. Ten seconds. On this round, if you have the range of motion, I'm going to challenge you to rotate that opposite foot. 3, 2, 1. Your last minute. So remember, as we go, rotate, and we drive back up. See how low we can go. 15. So finding those challenges. We have 10. 3, 2, 1. Your last 30. Make it count. Here we go. Good. Challenge your body like you haven't yet. Find some range. Find some power. Think about how we can get better in the next 15. Nice. Working on that stability. We have 10. Give me 2 more. 3, 2, 1, stop. Nice. Good job, everybody. Nicely done. Changing it up a little bit today. Changing up the tempos. Working a lot more on those hips. Let's go ahead. We're gonna start off hands and knees. We're gonna work on that breathing pattern, working on that cat-cow. So as we're here, really focus on breathing in through the nose. I want your hips in the eagle way. So maybe like you're doing little mini twerks. We're gonna come down with the hips, starting off. As we tuck the hip, think about breathing in. As you try to pull that knee back and those shoulders up. As you bring those hips out, I want those shoulders to stay in that position as you breathe out. So make sure, if you're going on a roller coaster, think of it as you're on the back side of the last part. You're not moving until you get to that part. So if we're here, the shoulders stay in that position until that last part gets to the top, and we all go down together. All right? Focus on that breathing in through the nose. Breathing out nice and slow on that way out. Get as much movement in that spine as we can because we can all afford to get more. Good, that's the challenge right there, is making sure that mid-back to your neck doesn't move until those hips get there. That's hard when you break it down like that. That's why we're going that way. I know we can all twerk. Okay, let's get 3 more in there. Nice and slow. Breathing in. Think about that 3 or 4 count in, 3 or 4 count out. Slow yourself down. Let that body start to recover. Remember that shallow breathing only makes us tighter, keeps our body in that fight, flight, or freeze. If you have not gone outside yet, make sure we go ahead and get a nice little walk in for a recovery right now. All right, from there, let's go ahead, take yourself out, right foot out, just like we did in the beginning. For this time, we're just going to sink and hold it. Every time you exhale, think about trying to push further back. If we're pushing further back with your hips, put something underneath. That's telling you where that end range is, where those hip flexors are starting to take over. So make sure we keep those hips in that neutral position. Constantly think about let that body breathe. So you can drip those hips down the floor, or see how far you can pull that foot away from your knee. If you can, feel free to bring to the forearms, but that's only if those hips aren't moving. We're all at a different part of this mobility. We're just trying to challenge what we have. Good, give me 3 big deep breaths in and out on those next 3. See if you can find your limitation. If it feels like it's your limitation, get some bigger inhales and exhales. See if you get a little bit further. Good, once you get those 3, let's switch legs, start all over. Rotate the opposite foot up. Remember, you're trying to think hips, ribs to hips, shoulders pull back. Focus on that breathing again. Find your happy place. Really let that CNS, that back side of your body, really let that relax. Lights out. Good. From there, left foot forward, right hip tucked underneath, slide forward again. Really open up those hips again, focusing on those glutes, drop that foot through the ground, stay nice and tall. There's a pull from your head to your knee on that straight line. So you're not really moving forward, just think about you trying to drive forward. Take a deep breath in and shoot that weight back towards that heel, to that front leg. Angle your deadlift, just the hips, slide back, hands on your hips, or out for balance. So make sure we're not reaching for the toe. I want just that hamstring. So you can bend that knee, make sure we're not, again, hyperextending it. The soft knee bend, extend the quad, without extending the knee. So from there, same position, knee comes out, or sink towards the hips. And then take that hand up and reach. Keep sinking that hip, keep taking deep breaths in. See if you can roll to the outside of that foot to open up that hip. Good. Big inhale and exhale. Let's switch those feet. Foot driving through, hip tucked underneath, so we're completely rotating as far as those hips will allow. And just drive that hip forward, stay nice and soft. Big inhale, big exhale. Shoot that weight back in that rear leg. Knee extends almost to full extension with soft bend. We're staying nice and tall over the hip. Wherever that hamstring is going to allow you to go. So if you're touching shin or if you're touching toe, make sure our hands are on those hips. We want those nice tall shoulders for more of that posture. From there, inhale and exhale. Hinge forward, rotate to the outside of that foot, knees going towards the ground, stack, and rotate. So constantly try to pull that knee away, open up that hip. Last one. You do that nice inhale. Do that cobra stretch. Pull those shoulders back and down, away. So remember, that, put that palm out. Put yourself up. Those shoulder blades back and down. That mid back might light up. Then inhale. On that exhale, press those palms to the ground. Hips to the heels. Do that child's pose. Really focus on pulling those shoulders away from the ears, pushing those palms to the ground. Really open up those shoulders, your traps, your lats, wherever we feel tightest. These are good places to work. Nice work today, everybody. Glad you guys are staying consistent.